Hello everyone and welcome back to the Kenny Wallace Show, brought to you by JEGS, the leader in high performance aftermarket car parts. Remember to go to jegs.com where they have everything you need for your hot rod. And they're making a big deal out of truck parts and Jeep parts right now. By the way, man, this is a nice hat. You ought to get yourself one. Check out their souvenir lines on jegs.com. All right, that Michigan race is over. It was rain delayed, so they started the race on Sunday, and they had to finish it on this beautiful Monday. And I'm going to tell you what, usually when they drop the green flag on a Sunday race and they go, okay, let's restart it on a Monday, usually it's a calmer race because everybody has the jitters out of them. However, this race had it all. Man, they wrecked their butt off. How about Kyle Larson gets loose in front of everybody in the middle of turns 3 and 4, takes out a load of great race cars, takes out Joey Logano, Bubba Wallace, a lot of other ones. But Kyle Larson says, man, there was a lot of grip. I just got loose and I apologize. That was one wreck. So the reason we're going to do a Kenny Wallace show on this Michigan race is, buddy, it had it all. And here's what it had. Had controversy. Herminator wrote his notes down. Let's talk about the winner of the race right now. Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick wins the race. He deserved the win. He was the fastest car. So no doubt that Tyler Reddick is the winner. But what we want to talk about is the controversy at hand. What is going on with NASCAR right now? 2 to go, 4 to go. Somebody barely gets in the wall. Caution. They throw that caution. Boy, they just, caution flag. Oh, look, somebody touches the wall. Caution. I've always believed that late in a race, if somebody hits the wall, there's got to be debris on the racetrack. Now, you might not agree with this, but listen, here are the Herminators again. This is for the people that don't know me very well. My name is Kenny Wallace, and I raced in 905 NASCAR races. And here's the way it works. NASCAR employs what they call spotters. So they have spotters around the racetrack. And if they think that when Martin Truex, late in this race, okay, 4 to go, Martin Truex gets loose running about 4th or 5th. Respond right here, since, once again, you know it all. Wallace is snarky again. So Truex gets loose, chases it, and hits the wall pretty hard because they play the in-car camera, and you can see he hits it really hard. Well, Tyler Reddick's going to win again. Remember, Tyler Reddick, his owner is Denny Hamlin, and the great Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. If you don't think he's the greatest, respond right here. LeBron James is the greatest. No, he's not. Michael Jordan is. Listen, the reason LeBron plays is because of Michael Jordan. So Michael Jordan owns Tyler Reddick's race car. Had McDonald's on it. It looked good, showed up good today. But Tyler Reddick wins at Talladega about 3 months ago with Michael Jordan there, right? Michael Jordan was at the race at Talladega. Well, Michael Jordan was at the race yesterday on Sunday, but it rains out, so he goes home. Michael, he might have had something to do today, so we can't rough him up too bad. Michael Jordan might have had something to do on this Monday. He goes home, and his car wins today. So, it would have been good because that's a different sponsor. You know, when Tyler Reddick won the race at Talladega, it had the Air Jordan swoosh on it. Michael's, Nike, they sponsored it. But this time it was McDonald's. So it would have been good to see Michael Jordan in victory lane. But, once again, the quick caution. Is NASCAR guilty of throwing the caution flag too quick? Yes. Yes, they are. But the spotters that I told you about, NASCAR employs these spotters. Their job is to go, breaker 19, I see debris on the racetrack. That's my mouse, by the way. So these spotters' job are to say, okay? Martin Truex hits the wall. There's debris, and that debris could be dangerous. It could flatten other people's tires. So, listen, I think they do throw the caution flag a little fast. I think where there could have been debris is in no man's land anyway. It's up there 3 feet from the wall. I don't know if there was debris or not. That is a conversation right here for all of you. Respond right here in this timeline. Did you see debris when Martin Truex hit that wall? I just say yes. I think NASCAR gets a little caution flag happy because there's an old saying. There's nothing better in a NASCAR race than a caution flag to wad them all up for them to try to wreck again. Because that, my friends, is called a show. Oh, Lord. Okay. But anyway, it ends up not mattering. Of course, it does matter because it causes another wreck. They go green flag, and William Byron comes off. So let's talk about what the caution did do. The caution flag did make a more exciting finish. Number two, it made William Byron, when they went green after the caution, it made Byron get loose, which was his fault. That was all Williams' fault, not the caution flag. But he hit the wall, and in return, that took out Ross Chastain. I want to talk about that in a minute. Ross Chastain spins out because of Byron getting in the wall, chain reaction, and now here we go again. Ross Chastain stuck in the grass with that damn race car. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now, and then I'll go back. Here's my opinion. NASCAR needs to make a new rule. If you get stuck in the grass with this new turtle shell bottom car and the pace car comes around and laps you, you get your lap back. Respond right here. That is not their fault. That's NASCAR's fault. They built a race car that if you get a flat tire, you can't leave. Because the car's here, you get a flat tire, it goes here, and the car's dragging the grass. The car's dragging, and it can't even go. So listen, that's the one, I'm sure there's more, but that's one design that NASCAR didn't see. They got to adjust that rule. So I know NASCAR's watching this right now. Listen, I'm a lover. I'm not a complainer. Listen, we love the sport. We talk about what we see. A man should be able to spin out and have a flat tire. I'm going to say it. A man or a lady ought to be able to spin out in the grass, and they cut the grass, and it's not wet, and you should be able to take off. You cannot take off because this car drags ass, and it's stuck. You can even see when you can see Ross Chastain's shield. It's kind of barely like this, and when they went to the in-car camera, he went, because he knew it. He couldn't get back around and get a good finish because he knew he was stuck. So he's like, you could see his face through his tinted shield. He's like, God. So he's like, push me. So anyway, let's go through it real quick. I addressed the quick caution flag. Yes, I think they're quick on it. Okay. Michael Jordan should have stayed. The caution flag was all for naught because Reddick wins the race anyway. See, this whole caution towards the end of the race, last week at Richmond, when Stenhouse and Priest got together and caused a real caution, I mean, they wrecked their asses off. That was a real caution. And then that caused all the drama of the three of Austin Dillon, getting roughed up at the end of the race and not being able to advance into the playoffs. So that's where all this comes from. It's like, why all these cautions at the end? Well, and it's weird too, right? Because they'll be running 30 laps and everybody be strung out. Everybody be strung out. It's like no big deal. All of a sudden, some guy wrecks. Like, why did you wreck with 4 laps to go? Why? That man had a straightaway lead. Let him win the race. Respond right here. Damn, that hat looks good. Don't wear that thing very much. I say these hats for the racetracks. Get yourself one. JEGS.com. Get yourself a shirt. JEGS.com. They probably have some of my die-cast left too. That was my super late model. Okay. Quick cautions, stuck in the grass. debris, car flipping. Car flipping. All right, Randy LaJoy. You know, they made a big deal out about it, and that's why I'm reporting on it. Look, the Herminator reports on what he sees. Okay, here's what I saw. I saw that LaJoy does it himself. Listen, I love him. I love him. He's my buddy. But they had a pissing match going on there. As you saw on TV, he run in the back of whoever the hell that was. I got brain fade. Tell me right now. So then they come around another lap. So what happens? They come off of 2, and Corey gets this big run. Bam! Instead of passing him, hits him hard. Okay. So then we come around another lap. Now he's got this big run, and he barely nips him. He tried to side draft. So he did this on his own. Well, but what he didn't do is it's like when I say a man, this is what Sterling Marlin used to say. A man ought to be able to spin out every once in a while. He ain't perfect. Well, a man ought to be able to just spin out. Well, when he went to get back the car in front of him, I knew who it was. It was the 10 car of Noah Gragson. Thank you. You can also include yourself in here, but it was Noah Gragson. So Corey LaJoy, Noah Gragson, they're in this little pissing match. So he comes back. Corey is going to side draft, and he misjudged, and Corey took his right front and ran in to Noah Gragson. And he starts to spin, and his car flips up, starts flipping. And everybody screams, "It shouldn't have done that. That's NASCAR's fault. We hate NASCAR. That shouldn't have happened." People love just being mean to NASCAR. The car flips, and now let's blame it on NASCAR. Don't blame it on Corey, ass-packing, Noah. So Corey started it on his own. But yes, you're right. The car should have never flipped. The reason the car is flipping, by the way, NASCAR, I was going to use it. NASCAR sent me a thank you card. NASCAR Foundation. I did the charity ride, and thank you, Nicole. They sent me a nice little thank you. And anyway, I was going to use this. I'm going to use this as a car. So the bottom of these new Cup cars look like this. I call them turtle shells because a turtle has a smooth bottom. Well, when Corey went like this, these cars are smooth. So it's maximum air, so it creates lift. See, the roof flaps worked better on the old car because the old car had a messy bottom. Air could bleed through. Now with this turtle shell, when it starts to lift up, you get air here. The roof flaps kind of pulled it over a little bit, So, listen, respond right here. If I don't know what I'm talking about, everybody says that I do know what I'm talking about, but that turtle shell bottom, once you lift it, you see it on the Indy cars. That smooth surface that makes cars more aerodynamically efficient. But it's those smooth bottoms are meant not the cars. It's the smooth bottoms are not meant to be tilted up because then they get maximum lift like a parachute. So anyway, I wanted to address that, and I think that's it, everybody. This Monday race had it all. And listen, I want to say this. That was a legit rain out. That was scary weather yesterday there in Michigan. You're just going to have this. But look, if it was a dirt race, you'd have never even thought about raining. The beauty of asphalt is you can dry the track and keep going. So that race in Michigan yesterday, that was an ugly scene. It was very dark, and they just got flat rained out. But buddy, a day later, it was worth it. That was some exciting racing. You can't help that, Martin Truex hits the wall. He does hit the wall. Was there debris? Respond right here. If there was debris, where is it? I didn't see it. But this is about breaking the race down, but was there debris? Respond right here. I say they are. I'm going to end like this. I say NASCAR is a little quick to the caution flag, and in their defense, they want to see a show. But here's the deal. They got to be careful throwing this caution flag. But that will hold up in court. NASCAR throwing the caution flag will hold up in court because Martin Truex did pound the wall and there was dust, and I did see a little piece of something black. Gambling is legal now. Gambling is legal. If you go back to the Kenny conversation with Tony Stewart 2 years ago, Tony Stewart said NASCAR's got to be careful with fake cautions because it changes the outcome. So in NASCAR's defense, I don't think they're going to be throwing any more fake caution flags. Respond right here. However, this will hold up in court because somebody did pound the wall, shit was flying, and I saw a little something black. I'm an attorney. All right, everybody. Listen, we are in podcast form. We're at Spotify and iTunes. You can listen to this on the way to work. And it's Monday, so listen to this on the way home. Until the next Kenny Wallace show, we have some Kenny conversations coming up. Yeah, we got a good one. Look through my roll right here. We got one of my local racing nemesis, Rick Canoyer. Rick's won 8 races this year. Shout out to the locals. Why does Rick Canoyer want to outrun me so bad? His answer is heartfelt. So, Stroll here got a lot of good stuff on Bloomer. So sorry about Bloomer losing his life. That's another story. Some stuff's going to be coming out on Bloomer. That's a little innuendo. There's going to be some stuff coming out on Bloomer. Don't know when. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows. Quit acting like you don't know. The complete racing community knows what's probably going to come out with Scott Bloomquist. All right. That's it, everybody. Got Mark the Kid Martin coming up tomorrow. It's called Catching Up with Mark Martin. This will be our 3rd installment of Catching Up with the Great Race Car Drivers. All right, that's the report from Michigan. Tell me about that caution flag. Should they have thrown the caution flag? Respond right here.